What's going on, family? Got a quick and easy one for y'all today. Today we're going to be replacing the front sprocket. We're going to drop it down the tooth, get a little bit more acceleration. And then we're also going to reverse our shift pattern to GP shift. All right, so the first thing I need to do is remove the shift linkage. And after that, I can get better access to our sprocket cover. And I need to remove the sprocket cover, this bolt here, and this bolt here. All right, so remove this, get it out the way. Start on the sprocket cover. So this was a 10 mil, and you go down to an 8, and you put that extendo on it. Hey. So we got that one out. Now we got to get that one out. Might be a little tough to see, so I'm just gonna cut to when it's removed. All right, we got the bolt out, so to get the cover off, kind of like to move these holes up out of the way. Then you kind of just gotta work it off. Here we go. Bang. All right, so this is a 14 mil. And before we take that off, let's see. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I left it in neutral, which ain't no big deal. Throw this back on. You don't have to bolt it. We're just putting it back on so I could change gears. Put it all the way up in 6th. Here I'm gonna wedge my wheel. Now there's only about, I think, 40 pounds of torque on it. Easier than I thought it would be. All right, now it's important to pay attention to how this comes off the bike. This was facing the engine. This lip is not as thick as this lip. So the thicker side was on facing the engine. And also that was the side that has the markings, so 16 tooth. Now I remember when I first did this, the OEM sprocket, these spacers are equal on each side. So it doesn't matter which way it goes on. But I noticed, yeah, I guess, I don't know, weight savings possibly is the reason why it's not equal. So usually it's recommended that you replace both sprockets at the same time in your chain so that they all wear evenly. Because when you replace one component, then you risk wearing the other two prematurely. You know, I'm comfortable with that because this is a track bike. It doesn't get that many miles, so I'm not too concerned about it. But yeah, okay, so here's our Vortex 15 teeth, smaller sprocket, so we're gonna have to adjust the chain. This one was a driven, but also looking at these, this one too, it has the shallower side and then it has the thicker side, and the thicker side goes towards the engine. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. And then for now, we'll just snug our bolt on. We won't torque it down yet. All right, so finger tight is fine for now. Let's get this chain back on. Also slide it back through. And I've done a chain adjustment video before, so we're gonna skip that part. All right, we got the chain adjusted. I'm happy with the amount of play. I've measured it to be about 36 millimeters. Specs say 35 or 1 3/8 inch. So I'm happy with that. So now I can torque down the rear axle bolt and then we'll torque down front sprocket. All right, this is just under 40 foot pounds. It's 54 Newton meters. So it's like 39 and some change foot pounds. Which is why it's not too difficult to remove. There is this dot here and then this slit. So all we need to do is take this off, reverse it, and try to get the slit to line up the exact opposite of the dot. So if the dot was 9, we're trying to get this to 3. All right, so we should be first, neutral, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, yep, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, neutral, first. All right, and if you'll notice here, this hose is really close to this linkage. So what I'm going to do is, there's a fairing stay right behind this. Probably can't see it too well. I'm going to run a zip tie from this, make a loop, and then so that way I can pull this hose out the way a little bit. All right, so I got the zip tied to this fairing stay. Yeah, so that was a pretty simple video. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay blessed. Don't be too stressed. Peace.